Chairman Barrasso and Ranking Member Carper, it's my privilege to introduce Rob Wallace, who's testifying in front of your committee today on his nomination to serve as Assistant Secretary for Fish, Wildlife, and for Parks at the Department of Interior. I've known Rob for many years, probably most of his life, and I don't think there could be a better choice to fill the position. I'm going to repeat some of the things that Chairman Barrasso said. I'm a retailer, and I know that when you run an ad the first time, hardly anybody gets it. If you run it again, a few more do, and I'd be willing to run this several times if it would help on the nomination. Rob was born and raised in Wyoming, where he quickly learned the important role the Department of Interior plays in the upkeep of our state's natural beauty. In fact, Rob's first job after college was with the National Park Service. He served as a seasonal ranger in Grand Teton National Park. For 5 years, Rob helped with the preservation and maintenance of one of our nation's finest parks. His passion for our nation's public lands sent him here to Washington, where he handled energy and environment issues for former Wyoming Senator Malcolm Wallop. And before leaving Capitol Hill, he served as staff director of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee. He returned to Sheridan in the incredible Bighorn Mountains until Rob once again came back to Washington, where he served as assistant director for the National Park Service for Congressional and Legislative Affairs. During this time, he supervised the Reagan administration's legislative agenda for national parks, which included readjusting visitor entrance fees, providing resources to fight the 1988 forest fires, and adding several new units to the national park system. In 1989, Rob became Senator Wallop's chief of staff before heading back to the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee in 1991 to again serve as staff director. I first met Rob in 1995 when he served as chief of staff to the Wyoming Governor Jim Geringer, and I was in the state legislature. These days, Rob is still involved in Wyoming in the management of our public lands. Rob serves as the president of the Upper Green River Conservancy. Now, that's a sage-grouse habitat bank that partners with ranchers, energy companies, and conservation groups that work together to protect critical sage-grouse habitat. Rob's career and character reflect a man willing to step up and serve his community and country. His years of experience at Interior and in the halls of Congress have well suited him to this new chapter, and I'm pleased to introduce him to you today, and I hope you'll give his nomination full and fair consideration.